Okay, everyone, it's time to Ask the Club. I went to great lengths and expense to create a prop for the set that had hashtag Ask the Club and the thing on it, and of course that's in Ball Street.
It looks really nice though.
It's in Ball Street North.
Fantastic.
It's in Ball Street North.
Good for you.
Shit. Yeah, anyway, you send your questions in via @Ball Street on Twitter. We ask them, then answer them. Jay, NUFC J17, our good old mate, says, Paul, on a scale of 10 to 10, how much of a wonderful human being is Rafa Benitez? 10, mate. I think you've already answered the question. He's a wonderful man. Anfield _TV. TV. After 2 Brazilians came off the bench to change the game at Stoke, what are your favourite game-changing substitutions? It's asked by a Liverpool fan, but it's a general question. So in your faces, with your huffing and your puffing.
I was enjoying it. Yeah, England versus Wales. Sturridge, Vardy. We were under the cosh, obviously. We weren't under a cosh.
Hodgson masterstroke.
Yeah, Bale scored
that one of them.
kick.
That was 100% not Roy Hodgson, that substitution, by the way.
He's
See
the
Gary
manager.
Neville gesticulating up and down the touchline. Yeah.
I often talk about how much I don't really follow England anymore, and so many people say that they're not interested. I know a lot of Liverpool fans are generally not any are, but just for a moment, and you're like this, James. Just for a moment, when Vardy scored, but especially when Sturridge scored with a second to go, a minute to go, I lost my shit and I celebrated like it was Spurs. And I was hugging Robbie from Arsenal Fan TV. That's how much I lost my shit. I was watching it and it was just mayhem.
It's like one of those sitcom moments where you then realise what's going and you're like,
well, you look into each other's eyes and then you start making out. No, it wasn't like
and
that.
then you just stop.
Not that sort of sitcom.
Yeah. Anyway, and it was just going crazy. It was an amazing moment, just for a second, that it was okay to be an England fan again.
It's always okay.
I know it is, but generally I just think
really, is it?
I don't think anything of it. But yeah, in that moment, the Roy Hodgson's masterstroke took effect, and
Cheers, Roy.
Sturridge, he put us 2-1 up, and I was about to lose a bet where I'd have to wear a bear costume through Victoria, but Jed had to do that instead.
It's quite a nice costume though.
It's all right.
Yeah, so that was great. That was amazing.
Sam, you must have one or two.
It's easy. It's literally the best moment of United's history was the '99 Champions League final. Obviously, Cole and York went off. Flav woke up and then remembered how good it was. Sheringham and Solskjaer. Come on, both scored. It was fairy tale. You know, everyone loves a fairy tale here, right?
Go on, tell us another fairy tale.
What?
There must have been a substitution at Istanbul.
Once upon a time, there was a little game of football. Champions League final, 2005. Liverpool 3-0 down at half-time.
What?
Game over.
What
No,
happens
game
next?
over, they said. Yeah, the Milan players touching the trophy, and then into the arena steps the man, the legend, the 20-a-day smoking Didier man, and changes the game forever. I mean, you might say it was Gerrard, really, and Alonso, and Vladimir Smicha, or Dudek. But no, there you go. That was a good substitution, and it changed the game.
Was you there?
It was a fuck. I wish I was there, mate.
Can you imagine? It'd be amazing.
James?
Can I do a selfish one or do like a smart one?
We'll do one that people watching are going to want to hear.
Okay.
Slash know about.
I'll do a selfish one
good
briefly.
one, James.
Selfish one briefly. Clint Hill, playoff final, sacrificed himself for the team. Legend. More widely known.
How?
Because we'd gone to 10 men down and he was about
Actually, don't worry.
Redknapp was about to take someone off.
Savage!
It's fine, moving on.
Savage, he set you up.
Noted. We'll take a note of that one. We'll get him back on that one at some point.
Sorry.
Anyway, well, yeah. Well, I'm not going to finish that story now. You'll never know.
You can know, you can just
a
do it
smart one
if
that
you
people will know. Euro 96, I was 9. England v Scotland. England were rubbish in the first half. Jamie Redknapp got put on. He did his knee in the game, but he completely changed that game for England. And people forget that quite often because they remember the Gaza goal and that being the big thing. But actually, Redknapp came on and completely changed that game. So that was a good substitution.
Right, we've got two actually fantastic questions here from Khalid J. I'm going to have to ask both of them because they're great. First one is, if you could go back in time and watch any football match again, what would it be? So anyway, once upon a time. I'll kick it off. The one for me is, there's a few. I wouldn't mind watching the Dortmund game from Anfield again last season because it was incredible. But Liverpool, Man United would be 4-1 at Old Trafford.
What was that, Torres?
the top when
Great
Torres basically pulled Vidić's pants down, and Aurelio scored the free, etc., etc. But that was a game where we won at Old Trafford, but we battered, we went 1-0 down, I think, and then we just came in and won 4-1 to the point where Andrea Dossena scored the 4th, and exactly you go like, Dossena? Who?
Still going?
Who? Yeah, he's still going somewhere, I think. But yeah, no, that was, I'd give anything to be able to watch that back. That's like the Terminator 2 of games, that if I could wipe my memory and watch any film back, that's that game, and it's
Men in Black.
2.
Yeah, get it.
Great joke.
I was going to. There's loads of Tottenham ones, but most of the audience wouldn't know. So I'm going to actually say Liverpool beating Arsenal in the FA Cup final. Is that right?
2001.
Yes.
Owen.
Yeah, because it looked like Arsenal were going to lift the trophy.
No, I was there for that one. Yeah, that was good.
And obviously we've got loads of people that support Liverpool here, so I thought I'd give them a little bit to say that.
Lots of people support Arsenal as well, so...
Yeah, but not much I can do about that. The Owen goals in the second half against Arsenal, it didn't look great for Liverpool, and he kind of turned it on his head. Great game. And all right, 5-1 Spurs against Arsenal. League Cup semi-final, still the greatest night of my life. Absolutely incredible, especially because I was stood next to a Gooner, definitely Gooner, who somehow get a ticket in our end, and he was just
very quiet.
Just quiet. And you're giving it away, but he's, to some degree, he had a bit of respect. He'd have got a slap if
we've all been that person, though, haven't we? In the wrong end, and having to
just don't enjoy it.
I haven't really done that.
I suppose then again,
you watched the game in the opposing end?
Exactly.
You're not
really enjoying this one.
Have you not watched?
Getting battered,
James, have you not watched the game from an opposing half ever?
No, I've got a season ticket for my club, so I can get tickets.
Nice.
I'll reverse there.
Yeah.
Even aways.
Yeah, you can still get tickets. Yeah.
Keep your oven so long.
He's not even on camera. Jesus Christ, Craig! I'm going to drag you into this video in a minute.
All angles. Any more?
I'll go for the FA Cup semi against Arsenal at Villa Park, because that game kind of had everything.
Second leg, obviously.
Yeah, well, no, it's not the first leg. But really did have everything. Obviously, Keane got sent off. Bergkamp had his penalty saved by Schmeichel. Extra time, Giggs. And it was part of that. It was just a magical season for United, and that really sort of summed everything up as far as a football game is concerned. Okay, brilliant. The second question from Khaled says, if you're in charge of each of your football clubs for a day, what would you change and why? Now, we could do this as a half an hour topic in and of itself, but I want something, be funny, guys.
I'll get Holloway on a 20-year deal.
Simple as that.
Yeah, done.
I'd love that.
What do you want? Here's a cheque, just sign it. Kiss as well.
I'd sit down and have a conversation with Vincent Janssen and try and figure out what the club saw in him. What are you, Vincent?
What do you do?
Who are you? What are you doing here? How have you tricked your way into? He's alright. He's just poo. But you know,
is he just the new Matthias Kesman? You know?
No, he's worse. He's worse than that. The problem is he has all the will in the world, and you see he's desperate to score and he's desperate to do well. But where Dele Alli is intelligent with the way he finds space, Van Janssen, I think that's his biggest problem. His intelligence in the pitch, in the Premier League. You know, his experiences in Holland haven't treated him well or set him up well for a good. I've horrendously at that point now. Just stop.
Go on, Sam, what you got?
Yeah.
What you changing?
I wouldn't change anything. I think United have run perfectly, and I think we're in excellent shape. So I'm not sure there's actually anything I would change. Would
you not go to Mourinho?
No, for about 2 minutes I was sitting there trying to think of something funny. Trying to be witty, Sam. I couldn't think of anything.
And that was it. You was funny. That is funny.
No, sorry, seriously, there's nothing at Man United you would change.
There's maybe a slight hint of sarcasm in that.
Right, okay, just checking. I would write something into the Liverpool contract or whatever, something about the club where I have to be told what all the transfer plans are at the start of every summer. I mean, I'll do it under NDA, under embargo. I won't have to tell anyone. I'm bored. I get bored of it. I just want to know. Tell everyone. Just want to know.
That's because you have to make a video on every single.
Well, don't get me wrong. You know, I enjoy that. I enjoy the speculation to some extent, but I would just.
Does my head?
Just want to know, man. Just want to know. Everton with an X instead of an O. Don't know how to say that then. Has the power in North London shifted from the red of Arsenal to the white of Spurs?
What do you think?
No, not yet.
No.
Yeah, probably not quite yet. So it's one season. We haven't even finished above them yet. So let's just be sensible about it.
I think it's in the process of shifting. And I could see if I don't think there's a set of circumstances that happen with Arsenal now with the manager situation where they win the league next season.
No, but Arsenal have too much money. Yeah, maybe. I mean, Arsenal have too much money for them not to always be in and around the top of the league. It's just the way football is now. I can never see them. They may have one horrendous season after they get rid of Wenger, but enough money can solve any problem in football pretty much. So they'll always be around.
Is that right, sir?
Cheers, James.
You're getting there. You are getting there.
No, I think next year you can probably say that there has been a power shift. I think anyway.
If we finish above them, then there's been a power shift.
You're just in two completely different situations.
No, I was just
what
thinking
does it
that.
actually mean? A power
What does it all mean, Basil?
We finish above them. We're more powerful than them. In what respect? We can. What?
No,
it doesn't make any sense.
It only counts. I think it counts. Look
It's now yours.
Power is yours.
Got it.
Was that Captain Planet? Look at the Liverpool Man United power shift when you've got a team that dominates for a decade and wins the vast majority of the games, wins the vast majority of silverware. I mean, that's a bit longer than a decade in North London.
Over the last 2 years, I understand what you're saying. Sorry,
you're just going to be facetious.
No. Over the last 2 years, we've been above Arsenal consistently. They've been above us.
The actual league.
Yeah. It's after the last day of the season.
When everyone's played the same amount of games and they're all set.
I know what you mean. So I know what you mean, but there are holes in that.
There are. But
you
what I say, let me put it a different way, anecdotally, right?
I spent a lot of time in hotel rooms, but I don't own a hotel, mate.
All right, fair. Up until at the age of about 30, I was always worried about Arsenal. I was worried about them. I was worried about finishing beneath them. I was worried about what they were going to do to us in the North London derby. Now I could give a solitary fuck about Arsenal Football Club. I hate them. I hope they disappear forever. And Spurs, for me, when we take the pitch against them at White Hart Lane, I've never been more confident about smashing them to bits. So if that's a power shift, then that's what it is.
I think it is. I think that it is changing, if nothing else.
You can have
J_Owler. Which team? This one's for you, James.
Is it a patronising one?
Now that I've said that it's for you, yeah. Which team in the Championship can you see winning the playoffs?
Who in the Championship can see winning the playoffs? I think. I probably should say Huddersfield.
Nah.
Yeah. I've got a funny feeling if Fulham get into the playoffs, I think they play the best football in the league, and I think they could do it. But it's going to be a big part of me thinks it's going to be a Huddersfield Leeds final, and Matty Wilson is going to be. He's going to struggle with that in bits.
Is the third place team thing still a thing? And just for those people, the team that always finished third never won the playoffs. And I know there's been one or two exceptions, but that's still predominantly a rule.
That's actually a myth.
It's a myth.
It is a myth.
Mythbusters.
Because people do think that, and then you'll see that article each year going, oh, actually, it's not that. It's normally like, is third or fourth that generally does the best. Fifth is really bad. Don't finish fifth. You're finished.
Of all the places.
Yeah. I'd like to see Huddersfield come up, and whether they got the ability to do it or not. Because I just think, again, for those of you listening to the Long Ball Street podcast, which you should do, by the way, because it's absolutely outstanding, or watch it on the YouTube channel as well. Okay. Matt Wilson, the Wolf of Ball Street, as it were, is a big Huddersfield Town fan, and I just don't think he could handle the Premier League. And I'd be fascinated to see how that happens. I think he's an emotional roller coaster of a man, and I think to have his club go to a league that I think is a little bit above where Huddersfield really are in realistic terms.
He made a great point. He said, "I don't want. No one talks about Huddersfield. They're our club, we just get on with it. I don't want all these nitpickers suddenly digging us out every week." He did say, I'll struggle to cope with that, so I see what you're saying.
That's hilarious. I'd love to see it, to be honest. So there you go. There's your questions for this week. Tune in next week for more Ask the Club. Of course, you can ask your questions as always on Twitter @Ball Street. Get yourself prepared for that by going and giving that account a follow. That's all I can say. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Check out the rest of the videos on the YouTube channel. Click the Ball Street emblem to subscribe. If you want to watch more great content, you can by clicking right here.